Okay. It's in Salida, which is... I know where. Yeah, I know where. Let me just go. I'm gonna try and look for a place to eat and kind of... Oops. There we go. What the fuck is with the Google Assistant? Damn. I don't want that. Like, damn. Hate having Motorola. It's such a bad phone. They do not make good phones at all. Yeah, I would never recommend Motorola to anybody. Nope.
As a notice, now it's CP3219A.
But yeah, people are racist out here.
Here in
Manteca.
For several of my employers, and
yeah, in Manteca, people are fucking racist.
And then it
damn, every time I come here, people always look at me
increase in tax,
like I don't belong here. Yeah, I'm being Hispanic, you know. Get racial profile all the time.
Understatement penalty is $583. Now, my question is...
So the guy that did your taxes calculated your taxes wrong?
That may very well be the case, and actually...
Is that what you're telling me? I'm asking. I'm making sure I understand what you're saying.
Yes, the taxes were filed incorrectly.
Okay. And so you have a $10,000 tax bill that you didn't think you had?
Right, and this was from 2021, and ever since 2021, even though they just found it, they've been charging interest and...
Yeah, that's what they do.
Like that. Yeah.
But the bottom line is if they had been filed correctly, you would have owed $10,000.
Correct. We received the refund that we probably should not have received. Yes.
Right. And did you go and have you had another tax professional look at the return and make sure that the IRS's proclamation is accurate?
Yes, sir. And here's the thing. Actually, we know that this is accurate because it was a lady that did our returns that year. We are actually doing business right now with her sister, and not only did this original lady ghost our family over all this, she's not even talking to her sister anymore, and her sister had a falling out over this.
That doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't matter.
I'm asking the question, have you had a tax professional that knows what the flip they're doing this time actually go over this return and verify that you do owe $9,500 plus penalties?
Yes, and
so the sister is reliable.
Right, yes.
You think? Why? She an enrolled agent, a CPA? What is she?
$60.
She is an enrolled age.
Okay. All right. So you had a tax bill all along. You just didn't know it, and it's cost you $500 in addition to that. You just gotta pay it, man. I mean, not a lot you can do about this. They're not liable for your tax bill because they calculated it wrong. Are they liable for the penalty? Maybe. You might get $500 out of them, but it's not worth the damn trouble. Everybody in this story makes no sense. Yeah, so, I would just pay it. I mean, you can get an attorney try to get $500 out of it if you want, but that's not. You pay more than $500 in fees. You're going to have to pay more than $500 to have a meeting. This is the Ramsey shit.
Popular career advice, but it doesn't work for very long. If you don't love what you do, you can't fake the enthusiasm and energy you need to win at work. You also can't fake your physical health and energy. Everybody knows you should eat more fruits and veggies, but fruit chews and veggie tips don't count. If you aren't winning physically, I promise you're limiting your opportunities to win professionally. Folks, I know you're going hard right now to pay off debt and get ahead professionally. You need another gear, and that's why Balance of Nature will help you. They help me. They give me the benefits of fresh, whole fruits and veggies in just seconds. The blend of 31 different fruits and veggies is powdered in an advanced process that locks in the nutrients. So go to balanceofnature.com and enter the promo code Ramsey to get 35% off your first order and lock in a lifetime price as a preferred customer. That's balanceofnature.com with the promo code Ramsey, 35% off your first order.
Take us with you on your free iHeartRadio app for your music, radio, and podcast. And now, strap it on Talk 650 KSDE.
Crash clearing 80 westbound on Atlantic Street. Traffic is slow approaching Atlantic to about Douglas Boulevard right now. Crash on southbound 65 Blue Oaks Boulevard. On-ramp solo vehicle into the center divide. Traffic going to be slow back to about West Sunset Boulevard. Northbound is slow approaching Blue Oaks to well past Sunset Boulevard. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. KFBK News Radio.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Did you know Discover wants everyone to feel special? That's why with your Discover card, you have access to 24/7 customer service, as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply. Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? And if you drive while you're high, law enforcement can definitely tell. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
It's Macy's Great Gift Sale. Take an extra 20% off gift ideas from designers they'll love with your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, on top of great deals on women's sweaters, coats, and PJs, 25 to 50% off. Beauty essentials from Origin, Elizabeth Arden, and more, 25 to 40% off. And the season's hottest toys, 15 to 50% off. Plus, everyone gets $10 Macy's money for every $50 spent. Now at Macy's. Savings on sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? And if you drive while you're high, law enforcement can definitely tell. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
At Elk Ford, you'll always get their best price when you choose from the great inventory of new Ford models and quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, including Ford Blue and Vantage vehicles. Go to elkgroveford.com to get pre-approved for financing today.
All financing on approved credit.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happier part? Alliant certificates give 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties will apply. You may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Dr. John Deloney, Ramsey Personality, is my coach today. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Renee and Edward are with us in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hey, guys, how are you?
Okay, we're good.
How are you?
Good. How can we help?
So last year, my wife rented an apartment, and she really sick. She had mold poisoning. She went, and the property manager guaranteed her an apartment that was mold-free. She moved in. 3 weeks later, had to move out, go to the emergency room, extremely sick from mold. She hired a independent mold inspector who came in. Test results showed that the place was unlivable, toxic mold, and needed remediation. So the property manager said she could move out, pay an extra month's rent, she'd release her from her lease agreement. Well, yesterday we get a call from the credit company, a credit collector, and saying she owes them almost $4,000, and
$5,000.
well, right, they're willing to settle for $3,800.
So, I'm confused why your wife moved out from her apartment.
Because we were separated.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And now you're back together.
Yeah, because of their,
Because of the mold?
because I had nowhere to go.
So, my question is should they're threatening that if she doesn't pay this, it'll ruin her credit, which is obvious. But should she pay them? Should she fight it? Should she not worry about her credit?
But I can't work right now. I'm still very, very sick. So I can't work.
What is your financial situation? I'm sorry we don't have any money.
Well, I mean, we're debt free. I work.
He makes good money. He makes plenty of money.
Yeah, I mean, she lives with me. She doesn't work. She's sick. But when she gets well, she wants to move out. so she doesn't want her credit bureau.
Okay, well, obviously the lesson learned is you didn't get it in writing. You got a blurb
Right.
from the landlord, right?
Right.
So that's the lesson learned. This would have been a lot easier. The landlord is an individual or a manager of a complex?
He was the property manager of the complex, but not the property management company, which is the one trying to collect the fee for the
But this guy's an employee of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, hardball would sound like this. Contact an attorney. Well, the first thing I would do is the two of you get in the car, ride over, and meet with this manager that made you this promise. Okay? In person. And say, look, you told me we were out. Now I'm getting hassled for $5,000 here. This isn't about, I'm not going to pay the $5,000. You told me we were out. I'll put you on the stand as a witness, and unless you're willing to perjure yourself, which is a criminal act, you will tell the court that you said I was out of the lease, at which point I will be out of the lease. And so you need to get with your team over here and get this collections effort stopped, and I need in writing from you in the next couple of days that this is all going away and there's no problem. If you do that, I will not sue you for my medical bills because you misled me and put me in an apartment with mold. If you do not do this, and I'm not out of this instantly, my attorney is going to sue you personally, sue your company for my lost wages and my medical bills and for release of this. But I don't want to play that. I would rather you just keep your word and your company keep your word and release me and we'll go on our way.
Right.
In person, very clear, do not raise your voice, do not use swear words, but very direct with deep eye contact representing anger. You follow me?
So this was over a year ago, and that assumption that same...
I don't care. This is your best place to start. This is the cheapest way to fix this.
Okay.
Because people that think when you get lawyers and you get into the court system that you get justice, there is no such thing. The only one that gets justice is the lawyer's kid whose tuition gets paid by you.
Okay.
This is not going to go anywhere else. So, but if you have to hire an attorney and go after these people, you go after them for your lost wages because they fraudulently misrepresented and cost you your health.
Yeah.
So we're not only going to go for release of the lease, we're going to go for compensation on top of that.
Yeah.
We're going to make your freaking life miserable if you make me make a hobby out of you.
All right.
So, yeah, we don't want to do any of this. You don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. They don't want to do it, and they need to hear that real clearly from you. The best thing they can do is just quickly get me a piece of paper that says I owe you $0, and I will simultaneously release you from your liability for lying to me and making me sick.
Yeah.
I'd probably have a manila folder with your medical bills, the report from the mold folks too, and I would ask him in that office to print off all of the bills he sent you over the last calendar year, because it's probably going to be $0.
Okay. All right.
So subsequent to that, let's assume that person is no longer employed there, which is most likely the scenario.
Well, then talk to the current manager there and tell him what happened and tell him what you're going to do. And let that manager see. If I'm the manager sitting there and you tell me that, I'm going to the regional manager who turned this over to collections and go, look, the doofus that was here before me screwed this lady. She's giving us an opportunity to get off light. We need to let her go.
Right. Okay.
In the event
they don't get a lawyer.
Well, okay, but the collection guy, the guy from the collection company,
He's an idiot.
that decided they're no longer involved. Like it's now in collections.
Oh crap. That's what they all say. I don't give a crap what the collection agency's an idiot. Just move on. That guy's he sits in a cubicle and calls people that don't pay their bills all day. He's got no power at all.
Okay.
The company turned this over to collections. They did not sell it. They still own the problem. They just hired a hitman. The hitman's got no ability to do anything but pull the trigger. You don't negotiate with the hitman. You go to the mob boss and get the hitman called off.
Yeah, you're right.
And all of this sits on some manufactured principle you guys are carrying around that I just want to burst this little bubble for you. Who cares about your stupid credit? Nobody cares. Don't borrow money. And whenever you decide to move back out, you're going to need first and last month's rent. So
Okay.